At this point now, our epoxy is fully cured. We've encapsulated that pivot box. I'm going to show you how to create a sill pan and fully flash this area. I'll be using a couple of different products within a system to make that happen. The first step for me is going to be using a traditional flashing tape. I'm going to use that on all of these flat areas. I'll cut it tightly around this pivot box, and then I'll also lap over onto the front of the building envelope. So I don't have to notch this tape around. Get it nice and tight to that box. And our corner tape will overlap this, so I don't have to cut this right up against those jack studs. Get that in place and roll it down over the front. Get an overlap on this tape. The last piece I'm going to run long into this door opening. We'll back cut that later on. I'm going to roll this out before I install that corner tape. Next up, I'm going to do the corners, where we're going to be using that flex tape to bridge from our stud wall down onto our decking, and again overlapping the front of the building. I want this tape to come 4 inches over to the side of this box, and I'm going to run it 8 inches up the wall. So I pre-cut these pieces. They're very sticky, they can stick to themselves, so I also marked 4 inches over so I know exactly where this fold's going to go, so when I put this in place I don't have to fight it. Once I get that set on my jamb and on the sill, I'm going to stretch this corner in one motion. So you're going to come like this, peel and pull down all at once so you get a nice crisp corner. Then you can go and roll that out. So I pre-creased that, marked it all out, so this piece is ready to go. Get the corner set first. Even with the back of my stud wall. Now I'm just going to seal up this transition from our tape to our metal pivot box with some liquid flashing. Get a nice bead in that corner. Then just tool that out. This doesn't have to be pretty at this point. That subsill is going to sit right on top of this. At this point, we're fully sealed up and waterproofed. I'm ready to install this 3/4 inch subsill. So this is going to sit underneath the threshold. It's 3/4 of an inch thick and it matches our finished floor height. So I'm going to install this right around this box here. We'll set it in place and then we'll screw it down. Once I screw that down, I'm actually compromising my flashing that's underneath of there. So I want to make sure that I use a liquid flash on top of this to fully waterproof this subsill. And then a critical area that I want to address is the front here where this ties into our decking. I'm going to do a really good job of flashing this in with that liquid flash because it's going to serve as a back dam. If water ends up getting underneath this sill, this is what's going to prevent that water from getting into our house. Now we'll let that cure and set up, and then we'll be ready to install the door.